Haven't done one of these in a while, so this is a wash and talk. We've got the Subaru, who were just debating before what car we washed today. We've got the Mondeo sitting here, which we washed the other day while we were testing out the Pure Wash system. The Tesla needs to go out soon, so we couldn't wash that. So we've got a clean car to wash here today.
Well, the Subi is relatively clean.
It's pretty clean.
It actually gets more dust than dirt on here. But what's happened is it had a warrant of fitness the other day.
Well, did you make sure you told them not to touch it?
Well, you know what they do when they do a warrant of fitness? They squirt the squirters,
Oh, they do too.
And it flashes all that crap all up.
Do you know what?
Windscreen.
Do you know what? That's a good point. How about before we start this, we squirt all that water out and fill it with some DI?
No, because there's already, it's already got DI water in it.
Does it?
Yeah, because I used to get the, you know how you can go to Super Cheap Water or whatever and you get
the radiator.
You can get the deionized water?
Yep.
So I did that a long time ago.
Okay,
And,
so we don't need to do that.
So now we're good. There's just dust particles everywhere. The car is dirty. People go, oh, that's so clean. Why are you cleaning a clean car?
Nah, it's nice to clean a clean car. Maintain it.
Let's crack on. How are you liking the deionizer? This must be wash 6?
I think this is, wash number 6. It's good. I think putting it through its paces the other day. So for those who haven't seen, check out the last video on the channel. We put it through its paces and did a wash of the Mondeo, and we didn't dry it at all. And I think the results are in that video there. The fact that you don't get those hard water spots. I mean, we were in direct sunlight. To be honest, a day like today, it's probably unnecessary. But once you go DI,
you can't go back.
You can't go back, right? So we're going DI in the buckets, in the foam cannon, even for the wheel wash here. And I think the reason you probably want to go DI for your wheel washing is a lot of the time you're hitting that area.
Yeah, and I reckon brake buster causes water spots right there. I reckon on this part of the panel, you get brake buster there, and I reckon that's a great little zone for
Well, the thing is, you get this wet, and this is going to stay wet probably for the next hour now.
But not only that, you get brake buster on there. While you're cleaning your wheels, that's drying in the heat of the sun.
Yeah, well, exactly, right? So if you've got DI there, there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, you should be good.
So I think for those who probably say, oh, you don't need to waste your DI water on that, well...
We've only got one set of bucket of wheel tools. Should we not go either side of the car like that?
Yeah, okay, we'll just go on the side. Right, rinse off. What K-pace do you try and hit when you go for your runs?
K-pace?
Yeah.
Slow.
Do you aim for a distant or a K-pace?
Just a distant. So like my loop is it's like 5 and a bit, so it's actually closer to 6 kilometers.
Yeah.
Have you done this first?
No.
You've forgotten how to wash a car?
I've forgotten how to wash a car. It's been a while since I've properly cleaned wheels. Got hubcaps on the... Yeah, no wonder you get it all over the car. Can I show you how to spray that?
Yeah, because you got it on wide fan.
What are you doing? No, it's nothing to do with wide fan. Yeah, but then that is so much more accurate than that.
Yeah, but then I get it all on my face.
Did I get it on my face?
Do you reckon brake buster burns you if you get it on your face?
I don't get it on my face, so I don't know. How do you make such a mess?
I don't know.
You sprayed from back here, like let me aim and shoot.
It's because I'm...
I mean, I can make less mess spraying from back here, watch.
Yeah, but you turned it down a bit. Yeah, but you turned it down a bit.
Yeah, I took the fan down.
Yeah, but I don't know whether... See, I was the pioneer of the fan width. That's a problem. That's probably why I get water spots, actually.
I'd say so. Very inaccurate. I mean, I got it further in the door over here, but no one's checking that.
I could say something real smart right now, but I'm not going to.
Yeah?
Just take it easy, eh?
Okay.
Saturday morning.
How you been anyway?
Yeah, man. Yeah? I feel so privileged today, actually.
Why is that?
Because Omni Garage just shouted me a wash.
Well, we're actually using my personal supplies, you know. So,
oh, are we? So you're shouting me?
Yeah, I'm shouting you. But I can replenish from Omni Garage supplies to...
I'm pretty sure you've been sort of pilfering out of that anyway.
Pilfering out? It's unopened, mate. Go have a look.
Yeah?
At least I've watered it down.
Oh. Yeah, you're lucky because on the Tesla you don't have real brake dust or anything like that.
No, and there's hubcaps on there. And do you know what? I've never taken the hubcaps off to wash behind them.
Oh.
33,000 kilometres.
Do you reckon that could be real dirty?
Oh,
it'll be interesting to see, actually.
Maybe next wash and talk we whip the hubbies off. See what we got lurking underneath.
These wheels are pretty clean though, so this isn't that bad.
Pretty easy. Get some brake buster.
And do you know, actually, since from warrant to warrant, so the Subi gets a warrant every year.
Yeah.
I've done 1,400 kilometres
In the last 12 months.
last 12 months.
Did you have any issues with the Warrant?
Nope.
Nice. Got your headrests on?
Got the headrest on. Yeah.
Nice. Are those OEM?
The OEM, but I don't know the OEM for this car. The OEM something. So I failed a Warrant last year because I didn't have headrests. The car never came with headrests, but it's actually funny because the back of the Subi actually has like a little, what would you call it? It's like a little, does it flare out at the top? Not really.
No, you just never go in the back seat. The funny thing there is you passed the Warrant for like 7 years.
Yeah,
And
the
then-
whole ownership of the car, I passed the Warrant, no problem at all, at VTNZ. Now I take it to like the Subaru dealership and they failed me on a Warrant because I didn't have headrests.
But
Yeah.
they wanted to sell you a pair of headrests for what, like $1,500?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It was a slow month at
yes.
Home Auto Village.
And so, but there is. So if you look at the form where they like tick whether you're like headlights work and all that kind of stuff, you know how they say yes or no.
Yeah.
There's literally a little box down the bottom that says, "Does this car have headrests?"
Does it have headrests?
Yeah, head restraints.
And so a no is an automatic fail?
Yeah.
So what have they ticked in the years gone by? Have you got any of your Warrant paperwork?
Yeah, I should go back and have a look. It probably ticked. Yeah, fine.
Or maybe a dash
And their
for it?
argument is that you've got to be so many meters away or so many whatever, because I don't need a middle one, which is so stupid. So the person who can sit in the middle of the car, in the back seat, not need a headrest, but the two people on either side do, and they argue that it's got to be so many meters away from some sort of pillar or something in the car.
Oh, so they issue, or I don't know what this would be. You got your A pillars, B pillars. Are these C pillars?
Oh yes,
Maybe.
something like that.
So it's just like head impact, I imagine. Oh, no issues.
And then I guess there's
Wait,
also
Greg?
like the cargo in the back is also probably a part of the problem.
They give you guys a nice courtesy push bike.
No push bike this time. Just sat in the cafe.
Oh yeah.
But how long do you think a Warrant should take?
A Warrant, I think, is about a 45-minute job.
The person who took my car there
Yeah.
had to sit there for 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Were they working on the car the whole time?
No,
I reckon it wouldn't have taken 2 hours.
it was during like lunch break.
It would have sat there for an hour of the 2 hours.
Yeah, and they had other jobs going. But what,
Yeah. Well, so why book a Warrant?
Why
on-
book? Why book?
Why
if you
allow
can't-
it? Yeah.
But you know,
It's typical.
typical of how people run places these days.
Typical.
So yeah, Subi's all good for another year. Goes nowhere.
Well, I failed a Warrant on that Mondeo, and they told me when they called me.
Just recently.
Yeah.
Is that what you had
Because
to?
we had to do the brakes.
So you took it on Friday, Thursday.
I took it on a Thursday.
You had a recall notice.
No, separate. I did the recalls.
Oh, so recall.
Where are you
Yeah.
going with that, Mitt, by the way?
Oh, I'm just discussing important car information.
So I took it in. I knew that 2 tyres were probably on the edge, so it failed on the 2 tyres. All good.
Ooh.
That was fine. I got those sorted.
Yeah.
But they failed me on the front brakes. And when the lady called me, she said, "Oh,
This is an additional to your recall notice on your brake lines.
No. Ignore that.
Right.
The recall was a separate service. No drama. Nothing.
Okay, right.
But the Warrant I went for, when they called to say, "Hey, your brake pads are out.
Yeah.
Like there's not enough left on them. You need to replace your brake
Hang
pads."
on a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, we did the rears, didn't we?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. The rears.
Yeah,
We're talking the rears. Yes.
So we've just done those.
We did it. Yeah, but
brand
this is- that was after I got the Warrant. Well, after I went for the Warrant.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I went for a Warrant, then we fixed them, then I took it back and I got the Warrant.
Yeah.
But what they told me is you need to change your rear brake pads, and when you change rear brake pads, this is what they were talking to me on the phone, you
This
also
is
have...
after we replaced.
No, before.
Okay. Right before.
They're like, you will
sorry.
also have to do your rotors as well, because anytime you replace your brake pads, you have to replace your rotors.
As long as I'd argue that as long as you don't need to do it, as long as the minimum thickness of your rotors are still within the legal limits.
So I said to the lady, I said, "Oh, is that right? Like every time you replace your brake pads, you have to change your rotor?" She said, "Yes, yeah, your rotors and brake pads have to be replaced together." I said, "Have I failed on my rotors?" No, you've only failed on your brake pads. But we can get it all done for you, only $2,000 something.
Oh yeah, I only have a small personal loan on this.
Yeah.
And we can square it away for you
Exactly.
right now.
Nothing wrong with the rotors. I didn't fail on the rotors. It was just hey, let's just, this guy does need the brake pads done, but maybe we can upsell him on the...
Yeah, because he doesn't know anything.
Yep, disgusting. Ticked me off. Did not need rotors. If I needed rotors, they would have failed me on the rotors.
But yeah, you know what people argue, well, you've already taken your wheel off, you've already had to do the brake pads, you might as well put the rotors on as well.
Yeah, well, I may as well spend, what, like $600-700 on parts when I don't need to.
If it was me, I'd do the whole lot. But as long as your rotors are within the requirement thickness, and there's still thickness to go over a certain period of maybe the pad wear, I think you're good.
Well, if there wasn't,
They would have failed you on it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly my point. So we won't name and shame, but I won't be going there for a warranty, and it wasn't Ford.
Oh, it's so hard. Like, I'm telling you now, you could take your car to the proper like VTNZ.
Yeah,
they'll find stuff. You take your car to like a mechanics or whatever. Well, I know that they'll find stuff.
Don't get me wrong. I bet there's good spots out there that are pretty.
There's just so much inconsistency between like
the
delivery of how they're doing this. It's like this thing shouldn't be inconsistent. This should be a standard thing and just be the same.
Well, the biggest thing's the inconsistency on your own car that goes to the same place when they pass you for 6 years and fail you on the 7th.
Yeah.
Like,
and they're failing me on a car that goes nowhere.
Well, I mean, that's irrelevant. They don't know that.
Well, yeah, I suppose, but
you could pick it up from them and take it. What did you say in that one video? If you do like a road trip like once or twice a year for like 6,000 kilometers or something.
Did I say? Oh yeah. That's like driving around like half the world, isn't it?
I'm like, when the heck are you doing 6,000 K? That's like up and down the country.
I just made up a number, that's why.
You did.
The old DI water in here.
Yep.
We're complete DI. So this is the Alto 10 from Pure Wash. And so far, what, 6 wash? Liking it?
6 wash, it's great. 0 parts per million. No risk.
Yeah, I think so.
No risk.
It'll be interesting to see how many washes we truly get out of it.
Oh, I'm expecting somewhere in the 20s before we got to get some more resin. But resin's not overly expensive.
I think the cost versus safety of washing definitely outweighs in favor, or definitely is more in favor of,
it's like the
safety, right?
The cost versus the effort to correct out, right? So I think we're spending, let's call it $2.50 a wash on resin. That's so worth it to not have to polish for hours.
And maybe still not even get them out. We've had cars where we've really struggled before.
Yep. You might want to like get real good foam.
Get like real good foam?
Yeah.
What, to like get even better foam than we're talking about the car?
Yeah.
There's a dude that lives up there on the hill somewhere who's got a rotary.
Yeah.
And every time we've filmed in the last 3 weeks,
he fires up the rotary.
That guy's been firing. It's such a good sound. I love the sound of a rotary.
It's not too far away.
Nah, it must be just... Is there a little road that goes down there maybe?
Yep.
You'll hear him hooning up the hill. It'll sound good. So good. Right.
All right, what's new on Omni Garage lately?
I tell you what though, on the way driving here,
yeah,
have you mowed your lawns recently?
Have I been watching lawns?
No, washed your lawns.
Have I washed my lawns? I haven't washed my lawn in a while.
Mowed your lawns lately?
I mowed the council lawn yesterday, and I need to mow our lawn today or tomorrow.
I made a bit of an observation as I was driving here.
Yeah.
It seems like we've come into spring.
Yes. We out of winter? Yeah, we are, aren't we?
Probably. And so we've had lots of sunshine.
Yeah.
Bit of rain. Lots of sunshine, bit of rain.
Oh, it's been hot.
and that's perfect for growing grass. And it's caught everybody out, and they've all decided I need to mow my lawns this weekend. So this morning, everyone's out mowing the lawn, and the lawns are so long. And they decided, oh, I don't know what to do with
With your grass clippings. Which
and
is
they decided to mow
rinse?
with the catcher.
Rinse? Wash?
Yeah, rinse.
Rinse.
Yeah. And they decided to mow with the catcher up.
And just spray their lawn everywhere.
Sprayed the lawn all over the footpath, all over the road, all over the neighbour's house, like just everywhere. And that's because they got nowhere to put their grass clippings. Because I bet you those are the people who, like, they once had like a compost bin, yeah? And not very good at composting. That bin's not composting, and then it'll be full, so there's nowhere to put the clippings. They don't want to spend $100 a year to have the green waste bin, so they're like, oh, what am I going to do? Oh, you know, I'll mow the front with the catcher open, I'll spray it all over the road, and around the back, I'm going to have big clumps of grass. And give it 3 weeks and all those big clumps of grass will go. Do you reckon that's what's happened?
Yeah, and do you know what? I'm guilty of doing exactly that on that council section yesterday because, one, it's not my lawn to mow, but I do it.
Yep.
And I've left it for far too long.
Yeah.
And I had no option but to mulch it. But difference is I haven't mulched it all over the neighbour's driveway, all over the road. I've mulched it in like nice neat lines that will hopefully compost on themselves. And if I go and mow it again within a week, I'll be able to catch it and get back on top of it again.
And that's it, right? I think you've got to mow your lawn really regularly so that you stay on top of the amount of clippings you're producing. And just buy yourself the green waste bin. I understand that maybe some people do, they keep their big waste in like a big bin, and then they take it to the transfer station, but you still got to pay for that. $100 a year is like what? I don't know, $4, $5, $6 a fortnight.
Yeah. It's nice getting some growth on our lawns again though. I notice yours is taken off. Mine's taken off too. The couch grass has come out of dormancy.
Yeah, but also the other thing that these people do is they buy themselves the cheapest lawnmower. So they make a real simple job hard by buying the cheapest lawnmower. Oh, there's a dude, as I was driving here, he's got all the safety equipment on. He's got the helmet, he's got the visor on, he's got the big high-vis jacket, gloves, and he's mowing with an electric
helmet mowing the lawn.
Pretty much, he had this big thing on, and he's mowing with a fly mow, which is one of those little square lawnmowers that like hover across along the lawn.
Yeah.
With an electric cable. The dude's worried about safety, mate. Get rid of the electric cables. You can blow yourself up when you chop through that.
That one blows my mind, eh? People still mowing or edging, I think is the worst. Edging the lawn with a plug-in 240 volt.
Oh, which way are we
cable.
here?
Yeah, that's the...
This is the rinse bucket.
This is the rinse.
Oh.
Soap is lower. Yeah, there's nothing worse than seeing someone mowing or edging their garden using a plug-in in this day and age.
It just makes me want to cringe.
Like,
so honestly, spend a little bit of money, get yourself a decent lawnmower. They're not that expensive, right? Make that simple job really simple and enjoyable for you. Stay regular with your mowing, so you're not having like, have to have all these clippings everywhere. And then just buy a bin so that you're not spraying all over the neighbours. No one wants to see clumps of grass as you're driving around. Because I used to park at work and the mowing man would drive past with his big mower and literally turn this blue car green on one side with all the clippings.
Spray everything.
So cheers for that.
Yeah, I'm stoked to have an electric lawnmower again though, eh?
Oh, the battery power's fantastic.
I love the battery. Like you've got the Ryobi, I'm using the Ego at the moment. Like I can't fault it. And I mean, I haven't got the flashiest Ego one either. You do have top of the line Ryobi.
But it's not about having the top of the line. What it's about is about just, do you know, before I owned a lawnmower, do you know what I did?
What did you do?
I went to the hire shop and I hired a lawnmower.
Yeah.
It was like $25 or $50 to hire it. And I did that while I saved up for a lawnmower that I really wanted.
How often did you hire the thing?
Oh, every 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to save?
Oh, not very long, but it was just like while I was deciding what lawnmower I wanted.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
And I'd moved into the property and I just didn't want to go get one. And I was like, well, I'll just do this while I save for a bit of money and then I'll get the lawnmower that I really want. Because people go, oh, I need a lawnmower, so they go buy a lawnmower. They go buy a fly mower for $179 and their life sucks. Every time they're mowing the lawn.
I'm really keen on having a hoon on one of those fly mows though, eh? I just want to see it on a like on a hill You know how people just woo,
Oh yeah.
zhuzh them up on the hill?
So it's been, I don't know, $300-400 on a real good lawnmower.
I think I already washed that.
And your lawn's looking good. Stay on top of the mowing. Deal with your clippings. Sweet as. That's my advice. What'd you order us?
I don't know. What have we got? Hey mate, how's it going? Oh, cool. Thank you so much. Cheers. Have a good one. Ooh, I know what that is. That is an iPhone 15.
Is it?
It is.
Nice. So you'd sign for that? iPhone 15?
No, you don't sign for anything. Signature required. I saw the dude. All good.
Are we done? I haven't done door jams.
I haven't done door jams or mirrors.
And I haven't done that gas cap. You have to pop it up because, you know, we're old school back here.
Gee, these are some tidy door jams, man.
You know?
Nice of you to bring this car around for me and wash it while you're away.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For you?
Well, you did. You texted me the other day when I texted you that nice Subaru.
Oh, yeah, that you were going to buy?
That, you know I can have your car anytime, so
Yeah, you can have it.
that's why you brought it around today, eh?
You can have it. Drive whenever you want. I don't care.
I'll double the Ks this weekend.
Probably. This is just going home to sit in the garage.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I looked at that car, I looked at it a few times and thought, that Mondeo, I could almost get rid of the Mondeo, top it up with hardly anything,
And you'd be...
and I'd have that car. But do you know what, for me, that's only half the cost. Because as soon as you got this car, you start looking for parts.
Yep.
And you start servicing it, and you put some good tires on it, and then something goes wrong,
You're probably going to spend like that again.
and then you're on the Perrin website again. Like, it's, have you done door jams on that side?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I ignored it, because I'm like, it's not just the cost of the car, it's the cost of all of that.
Well, it's also, so before you even start, it's the cost of like getting that car. Yeah, it was a nice clean example, but I bet you there's stuff wrong with it. So you're going to have to spend that money on bringing it up to where,
Well,
what
that's
kind of
what I'm
level
saying,
you
like
want.
tyres maybe.
Yeah.
There'll be a few bits,
You-
STI sticker removal.
You're going to have to like spend money on making it terrible.
So for those of you who don't know, because you won't know, or what I was talking about is basically this, like a Hawkeye WRX. I found a 2005 with, it only had 102,000 K on it, I think. Like,
It was
relatively.
a bit more than that. It was
Was
like
it?
110.
Okay, so about 110. And it looked really clean, like the seats, the bolsters hadn't been damaged. It had a lot of stuff in it that you want to take off, like the owner had one of those carpet mats across the dash, but I mean, that's perfect. Like, take that off, hopefully it's
As long as it hadn't like faded around the outside of it and you'd have rings
Yeah.
on the dash, that
Yeah.
could be the only risk there.
and he wanted 21,000. So realistically, he probably wanted like 18, 19 maybe.
yeah,
but-
possibly, yep.
Yeah, just not
Whereas
necessarily
this-
not the right time.
This
But,
car is 2007 as well. It's got 165,000 on it.
so that was a 2000, oh, it might have been 2006.
Right, so still Hawkeye.
Yeah,
This is 165, yeah, 165.
I think it was a good buy.
Yeah,
It's still available. I think it is a good buy, but it's just the fact that you've got to settle that it's not just the cost of the car, because you get one of these, you're going to want to full paint correct it. There'll be a few bits damaged. Probably the tyres won't be up to par.
and
You wanna
any
put it through a
engine
full
stuff that you need
service.
to redo and...
Yeah, and then you go shopping for parts, and it's just a constant thing, right?
Yeah.
Exhaust, yeah. It's not the right time. Try now.
Thanks, sir. So during the rinse phase is absolutely where you need to have your deionizer. Would you agree?
This is the most crucial stage of the whole
Because
process.
you're rinsing it with soap off, this is where the sun's going to be beating down onto your car, and then this is where you're going to start to induce water spots if you are washing out in the direct sunlight. So I recommend you get yourself one of these, because I think it just gives you that little bit of time to slow down. It also gives you the ability to wash whenever you want. You don't have to do it in overcast conditions. Just gives you that little bit more flexibility, and it's giving you a lot of safety factors as well.
Yeah, if you don't want to feel like you're wasting your resin, this is the one stage where 100% you have to use that. I mean, we're using it for the whole thing, but this is the time, as you're drying the car as well, that the water's going to have the most time to dwell under that direct sunlight. You know, if you do your initial rinse and then you're washing, you're constantly moving water around as well, so the sun doesn't really have
And
that
some
opportunity.
soaps will say that they sort of help reduce the ability of getting water spots, so maybe that's up to you on how much you believe that.
It's reduce, not alleviate, right?
Yeah, and so absolutely. And I mean, we've only got a 10-litre resin tank there, the Alto 10 from
Yep.
Pure Wash. We'll see how many washes we get out of it. It's probably going to be around that 50 mark, maybe a bit more.
Oh, less, I reckon.
You less than that?
I'm counting on like 25 to 30 washes, so at the cost of $2.50 per wash,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
It's
I think
real
resin was
small,
like-
it's compact, you can move it around. It works with the pressure washer that we've got. So I think just spend a bit of time, spend a bit of effort, save up for one of those, get yourself one of those, because I
Yeah.
think you'll benefit from it. hugely.
$479. And I mean, we'll just blow through this resin and then figure it out how many washes.
Yeah. But also, we probably wash more cars than most anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got 4 cars. You've got 2 at your house. There's 2 here.
We at least wash once a
At
week.
least once a week.
One of them once a week.
Yep.
And then we've got customers' cars on top of that. So right now the car has been rinsed down with the deionized water, but right now you could probably leave it, you could let it sit, you could let it dry, and you wouldn't get any water spots. But even for us, what we're going to do, we'll dry the car down completely using Ego Blower, and then we're going to put some bead maker over it. And I think bead maker just adds that little bit of gloss, adds a little bit of slickness to the paint. It has a real, when it's cured for a couple of hours, it feels so nice to touch. And this coating's been on the car over 2 years now. I don't drive it very fast, so you'd expect that I would get quite a bit out of it. It is starting to feel a little bit like there is contaminants on here, so we'll just boost it up with a little bit of extra protection for a bead maker. It lasts about, if you were driving regularly, what'd you say, about a month?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Take?
If you're not driving too regularly, 3-4 weeks, I reckon it's a fortnight.
Yeah, okay, but I'll get ages out of this because I don't take it anywhere, so we just do the full deal even though we are using DI water.
Bead maker time, just as it starts to rain.
Yeah, perfect fashion, it's just started to drizzle.
Now, this is one of my favourite detailing products, though that 3D beaded up, that was quite nice as well.
That smelt like Skittles.
Yeah, or that old hybrid wax from Maguire's.
Maguire. Do you know what? 3D beaded up,
Yeah?
Slipstream,
Yep.
the Obsessed Garage drying aid, maybe even bead maker to some degree. They're all very, very similar.
Yeah, it comes down to accessibility, cost, smell preference maybe. Bead maker,
I'm
for
still
instance.
picking bead maker.
Yeah, me too.
Because it comes, so for me it comes down to availability, cost, or not necessarily cost too much, but like availability, size of, like, can we get it in a gallon, and like, is it available for us to buy all the time?
Yeah.
Here in New Zealand, it's super hard for us to get products. Availability is quite limited, and if you really want a good product, you either have to import it, so the cost is going to be huge. And so that's why we choose bead maker. I have no problem with bead maker. I would like to do this little life hack. No, don't put it on my windscreen.
Oh.
Because I've got
Oh, you've got...
because I got that G-Technic window glass thing on
We're
here,
going to have to...
and it is terrible. Do not buy that one
Okay, we're going to have to use glass cleaner on here.
to get it off. Yeah,
So we'll just let it rain on that, eh?
yeah, it's all right. It's always real. It's always real.
What have you got on here? Oh, the G-Technic
Window.
G5?
Yeah, whatever. Whatever
yeah.
their glass sealant is.
Gotcha, it doesn't play well,
It doesn't play well with. It doesn't play well with anything.
It's always really hard to try and put something like a bead maker on a car or a drying aid when it's raining because you're constantly wiping. I can do side windows, oh, eh? Or you
No, don't even do side
don't even do
windows.
side. Because it's constantly...
So do you know what I'm really interested in? Because we've struggled to find a glass sealant coating, whatever you want to call it. I'm really excited to try the one called Gelco.
Gelco?
It's in a real funky, it's orange and black. I think I've said that right.
Where have you found it?
It's in a real funny shaped bottle, and I read into the product, and it was designed for aeroplanes in monsoon season.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So during monsoon season, these planes needed to land and stuff, and a lot of water on the, I suppose, the windshield of the aircraft, and so they designed a coating or
It's like a
repellent to get rid of all the water, and would shed it all off so that they could come into land. I think that's quite cool. And then
aviation-specific coating.
and then they obviously sent that out to the car market, and
So if they adapted the product for auto, or it's the same product that you'd be using...
I don't necessarily know that much about it, but
Okay.
and it's like got like a little circular head on it, like almost like a roll-on sort of deodorant. And I guess you just sort of,
and you dab it across the windscreen.
Yeah.
That's quite similar then to Geon have one. I think it's called Quick View. and it's the same kind of application process where you dab it on, it comes in the bottle.
Yeah, I've seen that. Their marketing and their bottles are pretty cool, eh?
Geon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Geon, except the most difficult thing we've found is our favourite Geon product would be Geon Interior.
Yes, the quick
And
detailer. Interior quick detailer.
It's called Interior Quick Detail? I don't know, it's whatever the blue, kind of the light bluey.
The alcohol with the alcohol.
Yeah. But we've only been able to get it in 500 milliliter bottles.
And it's quite expensive. I do see though that Geon,
We both kind of found it at the same time. Geon have released that in the in a gallon.
In a gallon. That's 100% buy as soon as that arrives here, because that's what we want to use as our go-to interior. But just to be buying that in 500 ml bottles at $40 a pop, it just hasn't been economical.
We blow through it way too quick.
Well, you use.
Have you done the roof?
Interior cleaner? No, I haven't done the roof.
There's probably no point, but I'm going
Let's work it quick.
yeah, spray the other side.
Yeah.
This isn't ideal. This is not ideal doing it in the rain, but
So typically we would try and pull the car inside.
we can't film in the garage because you got that other car in there.
Yeah, we'd have to have pulled that out. Would have been a nightmare. We'll do our best here. Clean the already clean car.
Yeah,
It'll leave dirtier than it came.
I'm gonna have to drive it home in the rain now, so it is what it is. And I also see that so O&R, or from Optimum, their O&R rinseless wash has been released. I've done a new formula, and I'll be waiting for new bottling and new labelling, and that's finally been released. I saw that on the Rag Company that they had.
It's kind of key for you. You couldn't buy new formula in old bottle, eh?
No.
Just wouldn't feel
Well,
right.
I also wouldn't know, because everyone keeps saying on their website new formula,
but
but they've
it's
had new
like,
formulas for like years now. Every time it's like new formula.
Aren't they up to like V4 of that product?
Oh, it's like 5 or 6.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I'm real happy that they've changed the labelling, so I definitely know that I have got the newest of the newest formula, right? So yeah, we need to get our hands on that and try that out. Because this is the type of car where I think you do a lot of rinseless washing. Doesn't drive very far, it typically comes out in the sunshine, it doesn't get very dirty, but it gets quite a lot of dust.
Ooh,
And so that's where I'd like to be able to use that and keep it clean all the time. I'm really excited to try the bead maker, and what's that new thing that they brought out from PNS, that
the new bead maker.
well, they got bead maker, and then they've got this like new show and shine.
It's not that dream maker, is it?
Dream maker, yeah. I want to try bead maker with a couple of drops. There's like a formulation of dream maker to see if I get less dusting on the vehicle.
Okay. Are you getting bad dusting in the garage?
I get dust within like 5 or 7 days. 5 to 7 days, this car will be covered in dust in the garage.
Yeah, but I feel like,
Well, they reckon that there's some sort of attraction that bead maker has with dust.
I used to get it on the SDI
Right.
when I had it parked up on the road.
Have you done this back door?
No, I haven't done the back door. I think that you're probably noticing dust more on this because you're not noticing dirt, because you're not driving it anyway. So dust becomes a thing that you notice.
Yeah.
Whereas I wonder if you were driving it, you'd have dirt and dust, and you
as
wouldn't
soon as
notice
I
the
drive it, the dust disappears.
The other products I'd really like to get our hands on for our next full detail, I want to get the 2 new Rupes, like a razor products. Are they Rupes Reveal?
Yeah, Reveal,
Yellow and blue.
Yeah.
I also want to get the Rupes microfiber cutting pads, because our Maguire's set are just toast.
Yeah.
And we need those, and we probably need some wool as well, but I want to try those new pads and see if that's like the new go-to, because we can get those here in New Zealand easily accessible. They're expensive, but it's key to a good result, I think, for a detail.
Yeah, I think once you've done a couple of cars, you learn to realise that actually you don't, one type of polish, one type of cutting compound, and a pad combo might not cut it when you're doing a range of different vehicles.
No. Just because it works on one doesn't mean it's going to work on them all. So you want to have all of those in your cabinet, but...
Because you don't know what you need, and you don't know how it's going to react, and when you've got the customer's car sitting here, you need to perform, you need to do it now. You haven't got 3 weeks to order in all the products, so...
I think the difference between those pads too, because
I've done up there.
You've done it there? They've got a few different colours, and I think it's the softness of like the foam behind the microfiber on them.
Yeah.
Which may help with contours, so I'd like to get them all and just give them a go on the next car that we do. Along with, the 2 new Reveals, I think.
Yeah, I'd like to give that a crack. I think that would be good. And then basically, once we've done that, we've got that full range, the cabinet for polishing and and all that sort of stuff, it's pretty much nailed. And
we pretty much have everything we need.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The only other polishes that I'd like to try at some point, and I think there is a point where you can get too many, would be some of the Kochikemi ones. I think it'd just be interesting to try some of their cutting compounds. Perfect Finish for me is like that. We don't need to search.
Well, essentially what we've done is once we've worked out our compound, our heavy hitter, what we know is really the go-to that's going to really nail most stuff. Maybe something that's not quite as aggressive, but in a medium range. Then we can then start getting into finishing compounds or polishes and go, hey, Perfect Finish, yeah, it's good, but hey, this is better or something. So
because it's working for us now, so it's not something that's necessarily on the radar.
It's very easy to add gloss back into the paint. It's very hard to correct the paint, is what I'm trying to get to here.
Hence why that cabinet's got one finishing polish, or two, if you count the rupees fine, and like 6 different like heavy hitting compounds. This rain hasn't played nice with us today, has it? We've washed the car.
And now it's got rain all over it. Bee maker won't really have a time to cure, so that's not ideal, and that's what we try and avoid. And if we weren't filming for you guys, we would have pulled it in there if there was a customer's car and done things really well. But we wanted to get a video out. We've been a bit slack lately. I suppose to come, we've got quite a lot of Ryobi stuff in the background there that we need to make some decent videos on, so that stuff's to come. There's some real cool stuff that Ryobi's released lately that we've managed to get our hands on, so I'm really excited to dig into that in the next couple of videos.
Finding time for us to set aside. Busy time of the year, you got a lot of planning going on, a lot of work, both of us, had some time overseas. So yeah, just about committing, making some videos, plenty to talk about, plenty of cars to work on as well, unfortunately. 1 out of 4 cars is corrected and protected, and even that 2 years in probably needs a bit of a refresh.
I'm sure we'll get these cars done by the end of the year though.
It's a big commitment, but we need to get them done. So thanks for watching. It's been a while since we've done a after hours wash and talk, and hopefully we get a bit of sunshine for the next one. We've had sun all week. The weekend?
Yeah, exactly. When you and I aren't at work,
absolutely
we get weather like this, which isn't good. But if you're interested in this content, subscribe, give us a like, and go back and check out some of our other wash and talks, because there's little bits of tips and tricks and a little bit of funny ass stuff in there. So follow us, and you'll get updated when we're releasing more videos. But that's it from Omni Garage. Thanks for watching.